guys, hope you're all doing well and staying safe out there. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me, Blash Lily. So if you guys have been experiencing really vivid or maybe repetitive and extremely weird dreams lately, this is the right pick a card reading for you, because here we're going to be jumping into your subconscious mind to find out what your dreams are trying to tell you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at today's options. I have 3 options for you today. This is option number 1 with the gold stone. Option number 2 with pink quartz. And option number 3 with an amethyst. So see which moon crescent, which option you're mostly drawn to. Don't overthink it. Let your subconscious guide you. It could also be possible that you guys are going to be drawn to more than one pile. Then go with your intuition, whatever it is telling you to do. All right, my dears, let's go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, hi and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to this gorgeous gold stone crystal, let's find out what your dreams are trying to tell you. Okay, right, let's just take a look at these fantastic cards. There's so much energy of a lot of potential within you that is laying dormant, because there's so many illusions over here. There's so many illusions, so many misconceptions that you guys might have been experiencing. And it has a lot to do with your talents. It has a lot to do with your choice. And it has a lot to do with your destiny. So it could be that you guys have been kind of making decisions that weren't for your highest benefit, or you guys were postponing or procrastinating. And your subconscious mind, your spiritual team, through your dreams, they're trying to make you see through a lot of illusions, through a lot of fears. In this particular card, what they're telling me, they're saying that you're not the person who everybody sees, but you are this guy over here or this girl over here. You're like a supporting cast, a supporting actor in your own life, in your own movie. You tend to give a lot of energy to other people. You tend to help people get out of difficult situations, but you don't do this for yourself. There's this energy of a wounded healer that they're giving me over here. You know, somebody who tries to heal themselves through healing other people, but they're saying this is not your path. This is not your destiny. Like, it's okay to help other people, but you make it like the focus of your life. You make it like the main thing. And they're saying no, because it's time for you to rise up. And this is exactly what your dreams have been trying to tell you. That it's time for you to pay attention to you. Because I don't know if you can see it, but this card says decisions determine destiny. And they're saying, well, it's time for you to follow your own advice. It's time for you to make decisions that might not benefit other people, but benefit you. They're telling you, your dreams are trying to tell you that it's time to make certain sacrifices, yeah? Make certain sacrifices, make certain changes. It's time to sacrifice somebody else's feeling of comfort for your own. And don't worry, they're gonna get over it. Don't worry. But you need to focus on you right now, and you need to start making decisions that are going to benefit you. And I know it can be very difficult sometimes, because you think that, you know, people will turn away or something might go wrong. But once again, why are you allowing people to build something on your back? It could also be telling you, for some of you guys, if it's resonating, that somebody's been using your ideas, stealing your ideas, devaluing your ideas, and then using them. Somebody very sneaky. Another thing that's coming through, guys, when it comes to what your dreams are trying to tell you, for you, option number 1, is that there's somebody who's incredibly ingenuine next to you. Somebody who makes you question yourself all of the time. It could be a colleague, could be a family member, could be a friend or a frenemy. But your dreams are coming through and they're saying, well, now you can see. Now you know. Now it's evidence that it's time for you to start making some important decisions. Yeah, deceit coming through in reverse. Look, you guys got 2 cards of deceit. 2 cards of deceit. The world energy comes through twice. For some of you, your dreams are trying to tell you that it's time to move. It's time to move from your hometown. It's time to move from your community, because your community has become toxic. Wherever you are, your community has become toxic. Whether it's your work, whether it's like your school. But the community has become toxic, or the community has become a community where you don't grow, where people have become stagnant, and they are afraid of change. They are afraid of something around them changing, including you. But you know, like there's a part of you, again, there's a like maybe a talent that you guys have, but it's something that lies dormant, and it's something that's like telling you it's time to go, it's time to move, it's time to maybe relocate, it's time to make it big. There are a lot of illusions on the internet, so they're saying your subconscious mind, for some of you guys, is saying that you need to be careful what you watch, who you listen to. Because there are people who are misleading you, not necessarily on purpose. You know, for some of you, it could be social media. For some of you, it could be some people you follow, and maybe they're trying to convince you of certain things, but it's not resonating with you. So it's about waking yourself up. It's very interesting how through dreams they're trying to wake you up, your spiritual team. They're saying that you can find a better community over here. You can find people who you're going to resonate with more. Absolutely. They're saying it's not something that's impossible. It's not mission impossible. It's mission possible. And they are telling me for sure that, you know, within the right community, you're going to grow. Within the right community, you're going to grow. And once again, for those of you guys who are YouTubers, who are tarot readers, who are creatives, and you use internet, right, to promote yourself, your dreams are trying to tell you to be careful, because once again, there are people who maybe try to steal your ideas, or there are people who are going to copy your ideas to get ahead by creating an illusion that it's there. So it's something to keep in mind. And let's see what else it is that your dreams are trying to tell you. I'm going to use another deck. They're also telling me with the world over here and the world over here, like I already mentioned, like maybe it's time for you to move, but there's something about making it big. So if you guys have been dreaming about making it big, becoming famous, becoming known, they're saying that it's possible. Within the right community, with the right nurturing and support, it is possible. But they're saying it's time for you to become the main character in your story, the main character in your life. They're saying allow things to grow. If something doesn't work out straight away, they're saying keep going. As long as you feel that this is your path, keep going. Because they're saying that you won't even have to work as hard when it's your path. But here it's like the energy maybe that you're resisting your path so much that it's like taking away a lot of energy from you. But once you are on your path, on the right path, then fulfillment is going to come easier. Yeah, and they're saying it's time for new beginnings, absolutely. With the world and the new beginnings, they're saying even with everything that's going on right now, right, in due time, things are going to be coming back to more or less normal. They're saying make sure that you Make those decisions that will form your destiny. Don't allow anybody to tell you that everything is predetermined. There's some things we can change and there's some things we can't change. And your dreams are trying to show you which one is which. But it does look like you guys are going to be quite well off and quite famous, quite popular. And we're not talking necessarily, you know, maybe like being world famous, but for some of you, yeah, absolutely. It is a possibility. All right, my darlings, don't forget to claim the magic of this reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of the other upcoming videos. For personal readings, send me an email. The email is in the description box below. All right, my darlings, have a great day. All right, bye now. Option number 2. Hi and welcome to your reading, my darlings. If you were drawn to the energy of the pink quartz moon crescent, let's find out what your dreams are trying to tell you. So you, my dears, over here, for most of you, you're very lonely. You're looking for your person. Some guys could be 28, 39, 40, and it's like this energy of progression. And I'm hearing some of you saying like, yeah, I've been lonely for like, I don't know, 9, 10 years. And it's this energy of having to deal with a lot of disappointment, with having to deal with a lot of expectations and so on and so forth, right? So your subconscious mind, through your dreams, right, is trying to tell you that you need somebody who's close to you. You need to let go of a certain illusion of a person that you think you're going to be happy with, right? Some of you might be dreaming about exes. Some of you might be dreaming about stars, pop stars, movie stars. Some of you might be dreaming about fictional characters. And your subconscious mind is trying to tell you that you need to distinguish dreams from reality. You need to distinguish illusions from reality, because sometimes our expectations, they become so high that we use it as a defense mechanism in order not to get hurt again by being in a real relationship. Because real people, they're not perfect. Real people, you know, they make mistakes. We all are real. We all are, you know, we have our pros and cons, we have our ups and downs. And they're saying that your loneliness, it's time for it to stop. It's time for you to open up to intimacy, to love, to receiving love, to giving love. And this whole energy, I feel like you guys are perfectionists over here. You might say no, I'm not. But I feel like a lot of you are. And it's a subconscious thing for a lot of you. And what they're telling me right now, that you need a lot of TLC at this particular moment. For sure, my darlings. Allow yourself time to heal. Some of you guys are healing from a divorce, healing from certain trauma. But they're saying allow yourself time to heal, but if also don't drag it out too long. And if you're thinking that you're not going to get into a relationship again, they're saying you will. With time, you will. And then I can just envision some of you rolling your eyes saying, Blesh Livy, it's been years. I mean, how much longer do I need? And the answer is as long as it takes. As long as it takes. Grief has no expiration date. There is no set timing for grieving or getting over somebody. But your subconscious mind is trying to give you the message that, you know, is trying to tell you that it's time for you to put yourself out there emotionally, not just physically, emotionally, and that you need that tender loving care, and that you can also give it to people. They're saying time heals, and a lot of you have already healed. But your fears, they're still preventing you from putting yourself out there. For others of you, there's a message that your long-term, long-distance relationship is going to work out. But you need to take action. you or your partner, there's something about needing to take action, because if you guys are talking like online, on Skype, on Zoom and all of those things, yeah, and it's been a while, they're saying you need that touch. You need the touch, you need the closeness, you need the intimacy. So they're saying something needs to be done because it's been too long. You guys, option number 2, it's been too long in your life without love. So your dreams are trying to tell you that right now you need to address the situation. Don't postpone it. Don't postpone it anymore. It's time to act upon it, right? It's time to act upon furthering your healing, upon it. It's almost like stop. Your subconscious mind is trying to tell you stop ignoring certain issues. Like, don't act like, you're cool and you're tough and you don't need love and, all of this. They're saying, no, you do need it. Everybody needs it. And it's not a sign of weakness to admit it. It's a sign of great strength. Because it takes a lot to start trusting people again. It takes a lot to, admit that a relationship is over and it's time to do it again. It takes a lot to, be brave and say to the other person, if you're in a long distance relationship, that, something has to change. Let's see what else your dreams are trying to tell you. Okay, right. Yeah, it's all about caring connections, guys, over here. For some of you, there's like this clear message that there is going to be like a man, or maybe a woman as well, but for most of you, it's a man that's going to be quite wealthy, that wants to come into your life. And not only are they going to be wealthy, they're actually going to be incredibly caring. And yeah, they're going to have their flaws. Absolutely. But the thing is, like, when we fall in love, we make peace with those flaws. Because when they're like pros outweigh their cons, then the cons don't really matter as much. So it's time for you to start making caring connections. It's time for you to put yourself out there. Maybe for some of you, it's the energy of needing to go somewhere, needing to travel, and needing to move on. Because journey, this is also the energy of having enough courage, having done enough healing to move on. And here they're telling me it's time to pack your bags. Yeah? Option number 2. There's a meeting that's coming through for you with somebody who's quite well off. Or, my dears, it could be that you're dreaming about your colleague or your boss, or vice versa. There's a caring connection with a man that has something to do with money, or this could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And I think you guys, if you are in a situationship or in a long distance relationship, it looks like you guys really want to meet one another. And I remember this when I had a long distance relationship. I would dream about the guy for so long. But it's never going to replace the real thing. So your subconscious mind is trying to tell you that, yeah, it's time. Alright, let's see what else your dreams are trying to tell you. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. The simpler, the better. If you guys have been looking for some sort of solution when it comes to your love life, when it comes to your career, whatever it is, but for a lot of you guys, it's like the questions of the heart. They're saying if you've been looking for a solution, if you've been looking for an answer, it's the simplest one. It's the first one that comes to your mind, right? Because those are usually the answers that we get straight from our subconscious. And our subconscious is a wise place to get your answers from. All right, let's see what else your dreams. Maybe you guys have been dreaming about feathers, about flying. And flying is very much about moving forwards with your life, about growth, about maturing, about overcoming obstacles. For some of you, maybe there's this energy where you've been having nightmares, where everything that you know gets destroyed. Yeah? Yeah, and they're saying through that healing chaos, you will find your inner peace. So they're saying that for some of you guys, it's time to face the reality. It's time to face the truth of a certain relationship or of a certain situation, or how your loneliness really makes you feel. And they keep saying like you need something real, you need to get grounded. And this healing chaos, it might take away some things, it might take away some dreams, it might take away certain things, but it will give you this inner peace. Because I think this is what you guys are like in dire need of at this particular moment. That inner peace, that energy of peace, that energy of being held. And another important thing that's coming through for you guys when it comes to what your dreams are trying to tell you, option number 2, is that the spirit has got you, the universe has got you. That you're not alone, that you are protected. But again, it doesn't cancel out the need for human interaction, right? The spirit cannot replace everything and everybody. We're human beings, we need human interaction. So my lovely option number 2, this is what I have for you. Hopefully it gave you some of the answers that you were after. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. If you guys are up for a personal reading, please send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Alright, my dears, take care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 3, if you're drawn to the amethyst. Hi and welcome to your reading, my dears. Let's go ahead and find out what your dreams have been trying to tell you. Wow, okay. So I see you guys have been having really vivid dreams, really like weird and so sometimes colorful, sometimes dark. Okay guys, you out of all the piles today, you are the most intense one when it comes to the energies, right? There's something about you guys going through spiritual awakening. There's something about you having like really weird dreams. And maybe with an amethyst energy over here, you guys have been experiencing lucid dreaming where you feel like you can control things. And maybe you've been communicating with somebody in your dreams, maybe seeing some sort of weird deities. Some of you might be dreaming about having a child or being a child, right? Rainbows, but look at this. This is so interesting, right? So your dreams are trying to tell you that you are going through a particular rebirth, that there is a very important cycle in your life that's about to end, right? It has something to do with you moving away from old patterns of thinking, moving away from, it's, you know, when somebody says, oh yeah, this was like, it feels like it was in another life. This is what you're going through at this particular moment, where literally your life is going to be changing so drastically that you will, like later on in a couple of years, you will be feeling like, what? I can't believe this all happened to me. It will feel very, very different, right? It's almost like this energy, like the threads of fate are being woven into something different, right? And it's all about creating blessings out of what you were given. You guys are very spiritual. You guys are somebody who knows a lot of things. I think you are also very intuitive and somebody who can read the energies of the room, read the energies. Maybe somebody who does tarot readings as well, right? Somebody who's creative, intuitive, but there's something about enlightenment that comes through over here. And I want to keep it as down to earth as possible, this reading, but you guys are making it hard for me because your energy is so elevated. But you might find it hard to stay grounded sometimes. Option number 3. But this has a lot to do with enlightenment and awakening. I am talking about when your head becomes clear. I am talking about when you kind of like find solutions to problems that you didn't even know existed before. Now, for the very few of you, there's an energy of actually becoming pregnant, right? But for most of you, it's the vibe of reconnecting to your inner child. Reconnecting to your inner child and changing the course of your life. the fated events. It's like you're rewriting the future over here. A lot of you guys have been seeing number 13, right? 12s. Number 5 is coming through. Maybe you've been born on the 5th, on the 18th, 13th, or 12th, right? They're giving me strong energy of Gemini. They're giving me the strong energy of Libra and Pisces that is coming through over here. So your dreams are trying to tell you to take that leap of faith and kind of trust where you're being led at this particular moment. Right now, you might only have pieces. Right now, you might only have the threads, and you don't see what the road that's being woven. But the road appears under the feet of those who walk, right? So right now, you might not see that there's anything over there, and you're like, right, am I going to fall? Am I going to fly? So maybe you guys dream a lot about falling as well. Falling down, running away from something. So your dreams are trying to tell you it's time to take that leap of faith, and it's time to see where the universe takes you when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to having this new life. There's something about not having anything to lose. Like you guys are afraid you're going to lose something and lose stability. But they're saying like even if you do, it's going to be something that happens for a very short period of time. And then it's going to be liberating. This is what I keep hearing. It's going to be liberating, and it's going to be worth it. Now, with adjacent possibilities, and this is exactly what I've just been saying, it's being able to see things that you didn't see before. Like you thought like you could only walk like through this door, which is locked, right? But all of those other doors are going to be appearing. For some of you guys, it's the energy of needing to relocate, needing to change where you are, needing to go to a place where you feel like this is your place of power, where you can restore your energy levels, where you can feel that you're at peace. For some of you, it's the outside occurrences, the energies that are outside, that are pushing you in a very uncomfortable way towards those new opportunities. So it could be something that happens globally. It could be something that happens in your company, in your family. And this thing, you might be very resistant to this change. But it's time, because there's this vibe where you're ready for that rebirth. This is also everything to do with love, my darlings. Love is so important in our life. And what your dreams are trying to tell you this particular moment, that it's time to open up to love. It's time to explore opportunities when it comes to your romantic life. There's something about heart healing that's coming through over here. A lot of you guys are workaholics, where you're like, no, I'm just going to work, and I'm going to like put myself out there. If he comes, he comes, or if she comes, she comes. Or like you might be feeling that you're not ready, but they're saying that there's so many different ways of loving. There's so many different opportunities for relationships, and they're saying like, why don't you go ahead and experience some of them? For some of you, I'm talking about same-sex relationships over here. So some of you guys might end up like experimenting. Some guys might end up experimenting with different like types of relationships. Maybe you find that, you know, it's comfortable for you to be in a relationship where most people would find themselves uncomfortable. Maybe right now all you need is like friends with benefits. Or maybe what you need right now is just, you know, a lighthearted thing. Or maybe you find that you're done with the lighthearted thing. You want something that's real and something that's deep and something that's, you know, whatever. Something that makes you feel good. It's not one size fits all, guys. And this is something that's really important to remember when, you know, we're dealing with people, we're dealing with the society. And it's something important to remember for yourself. This is what your subconscious is trying to tell you. This is what your dreams are trying to tell you. That try out different things. You might be too stuck in thinking how your life should be, where you should live, how much you should earn, who you should date, when you should date. They're saying no, it's, it's time to explore. Because you're very attached to a particular persona. I feel that you guys, option number 3, you've experienced a very difficult period in your time, or there was some sort of trauma that touched you at a certain level, and in order for you to protect yourself or to survive, you had to create the certain persona, right? And to put on a mask that had to cover your true and authentic self, and you got so used to this mask because it was helping you survive, that now you're afraid to take it off, because once you take it off, you don't know who's underneath this mask anymore, and you don't know how people are going to react to who is underneath this mask. And they're saying it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be absolutely fine. It's always scary to be reborn. It's always scary to try ahead and do something new, but the universe has got you. The universe within you has got you. The universe without you has got you. But it's time to take a look at, that this mask is not serving you anymore. This persona, there was need for it, but now there isn't. So this is like what your dreams have been trying to tell you. Lovely option number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below. Like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of the other upcoming videos. For personal readings, send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Alright, my darlings, have a great day. I wanted to say, and sleep tight. Alright, my dears. Bye now.